Hi guys, it's Paige. I was going to send out a newsletter today, and then I just decided I just want to talk to your face. Um, so I really wanted to touch on just a few things for you to think about this weekend. I was really inspired by one of my clients, Frida. Hi, Frida. You're awesome. She said something that really hit me where she was like, I've tried all the things and, they don't last. And weight loss is not a short term solution, it's a long term goal. And so she's like, I know that seems obvious, but it's like when you get that into your system, you're like, okay, it kind of makes you relax a little bit and say, I can take my time. I have the time, and, I'm not going to be perfect all the time, but, I can do a pretty good job most of the time. And that's pretty much what we're all after. And I think if you let that idea of, instant gratification, which is hard, that's hard to let go because that's what we all want. I think we end up feeling less pressure, and you end up enjoying the process a little bit more. So I just wanted to give you a few quick tips, because really, in the end, it's the small things. It's the small choices that you make all day long. And there is such a thing as decision fatigue. And I have, I'm going to talk about that later. There's a whole brain chemistry thing that goes on in your head that a lot of us don't know about. But once you do, you go, oh, okay. You don't have to feel bad about yourself. You just have to say, well, this is just how the human brain works. But for the most part, I think one of the number one things, water, drink a lot of it. That really is so important for staying hydrated and feeling full and feeling energetic. So really, I don't know what I did with it. I've got one of those big jugs that has 8 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock. I'll post it. I'm working on an article about it, but it really does help because you see how much water you're drinking during the day, and it's, about as much as your body needs. Number 2, fiber. That's another thing that Frida and I talked about, because it's so filling and it's so good for you. If you think about avocados, they have a lot of fiber in them, chickpeas. I don't know, maybe you don't like chickpeas, but, pretty much any kind of whole grain, make sure it's whole grain, has a lot of fiber. So, you want to just, and obviously cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower, those have a lot of fiber. All of those things have fiber. So just checking on that with each meal that you have and saying, am I having fiber? You don't want to go too hard, too fast, because, you're going to feel it. Number 3 is walking. I really think that is one of the best things you can do for yourself. Especially if you can do it outside. You just go outside. You can kind of forget everything for a little while. And walking is just good for your body. It's low impact, and you can go as fast as you want. You can take a stroll. It can be a workout, or it can just be I'm walking my dog, which for me is 2 steps sniff, 2 steps poo, 2 steps sniff. I mean, that's not, sometimes if I want to go for a walk, I just leave mine at home. But yeah, walking, just 2 or 3 times a day. Sometimes I just walk around the block, and, it just changes your mindset. It just resets your body, and then it's a break. It's a break for your brain. It's a break for your body. The 4th thing is relaxing. It's really hard to relax right now, especially a lot of us are stuck at home, and it's hard to relax at home because there's just stuff. Like I'm looking at my desk and I'm like, oh my God, I've got laundry, I've got whatever. But finding a way, whether it's like some kind of meditation or putting in your headphones and listening to music, or, going working in the yard, or however you relax, give yourself that time, give yourself that permission, because I think our brains are just on all the time and you just need to shut it off for a little bit. And then the last thing is one thing at a time. If there's nothing else about this past year that I haven't learned, it's like you just pick a thing. You sit down, you decide what you're going to work on, and just say, this is what I'm going to do. It could be I'm working on myself. I'm working on a facial, or I'm working on an email, getting through my email. I have to write a book. Oh, I just saw a new bird. I'm sorry. I have this bird feeder, and finally, after 2 weeks, birds started to show up, and there's a new one. Yeah, look at that. Anyway, get a bird feeder right outside your window, and you'll just say, whoa, birds. I don't know why. They're so cool. But yeah, one thing at a time. I think that what just happened? I think like a lot of people, I end up starting something, and then I'm like, oh, let me go check my email. Oh, there's a shiny object over there. Oh, there's a penny. I should pick it up. And it's like, what I've done is I set a timer for 25 minutes, and I'm like, I'm going to work on this for 25 minutes. And then when 25 minutes is up, I can keep working, or I can stop, or I can do whatever. But I know something in my brain just says, I'm doing this one thing, and I'm not going to check my email, and I'm not going to listen to the radio, and I'm not going to, I'll watch the birdies. That's okay. But yeah, so those are my 5 tips for you to work on this weekend. Drink water, eat more fiber, go for a walk, relax, try to rest your brain, and do one thing at a time. Okay? I'm going to do it. I plan on you doing it with me, and we're all going to be better for it. Okay? Cool. All right. Bye, guys. Happy weekend.